looking at the situation we're in right now, the Trump administration has put Iran on notice. A lot of people are trying to figure out what exactly that could mean. But let me ask you about Russia, their role in this. How does President Trump stand up to Iran, stop Iran, and at the same time do that while Russia is lobbying for their allies, for Iran?
The quick thing I came here to say is there's some high impact non-military things that the Trump administration can do to make on notice become more real. And I think the first step is to designate the IRGC as a terrorist organization. And you look at the IRGC as a set of industrial empires and run them out of money. And because they're the most toxic part of the Iranian government, you're doing the most damage to the terrorist infrastructure.
And John Bolton said that regime change is the ultimate,
over time,
the ultimate thing. But
I do agree with him that President Obama had that option when the Green Movement started. And he, because he was into appeasing Iran, he didn't help out the Green Movement exactly when it could have taken power.
Mm-hmm. So
my hope is if the mullahs are totally dedicated to the principle that 7th century values should run a 21st century Iran, that makes no sense and should make no sense to the 2/3 of Iranians who are young people who want to interact with the interwebs and make sure they can fully realize their potential as people in other countries do.
And if regime change is the ultimate goal in Iran, how do you do that without a military intervention? Is there a way to even do that?
You have regime change just like you have had in Syria with a revolution. And, a lot of people a couple of years ago, if you had said, we need to change the regime in Damascus, they would have said, oh, the secret police is too strong. We can't do that. Now it looks like the Syrian regime is on its last legs, but for the Russian support.
And the last thing was I wanted to ask you, you probably saw about Syria, Russia giving them
the Iskander missile.
Yes, the missile.
It's a 100-mile missile. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but my guess, the Iskander, don't confuse this, used to be a nuclear-capable system, and I don't think the Iskander that is in Syria is got any nuclear capability. So it's a conventional system. And it's a conventional system which can hit a target about 100 miles away. But whether it can hit it accurately is open to question. In the case of Scuds, they really were so inaccurate. About the only thing they could hit when they were shot was Tel Aviv. In the case of those missiles right there, I think we can overstate their importance.